This is some visionary shit. Been trying to film pleasure with my eyes wide shut, but it keeps on moving. I blame it on the.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you guys click that subscribe button and also turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out on another video from me, and also follow my socials. They'll be linked down below. And I say this because if you have any other questions about college, because I attend Howard University, you can always DM me and I'm always down to answer your questions. So please do follow me on other socials if you have any other questions and to also see me in real time. This video, I am doing a what to pack for college. So I will be listing over 100 items that you should bring for college. And this is a disclaimer, y'all. You do not need to bring every single one of these items that I'm listing. These are just suggestions, and plus everyone's dorming situation is different, whether or not you have communal style dorms or suite style dorms. It's all different. I'm listing everything for those who have to do communal and those who have to do suite style. And to add on to that, not everyone wants to go full out decked out with their dorm. It's all about preference. So don't go out here thinking, oh, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, just because I'm saying that. These are just some suggestions that I'm giving to you guys so you guys have more idea of what you want for your dorm. So anyways, let's get started. And y'all, if the camera keeps shifting after every clip, don't mind me. It's because my tripod, the way I have this ring light set up, it's not stable, so it's gonna keep moving, so don't mind me. So most of the items that I'm listing will be in my Amazon storefront. It'll be linked down below so you guys can check that out. But some of the stuff I didn't include in there because I also got my dorm stuff from Target, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, IKEA, so you guys could check out all those places, not just Amazon, because to be honest, Amazon, some of their stuff could be a little on the pricier side compared to those other stores that I just listed. So make sure you guys are looking at all of your resources because you do not need to overcharge yourself for something that you could get for cheaper. Now I'm officially gonna begin. So I'm gonna split this all up into categories. So first we're gonna start off with bedroom, so the bed area. So first thing that you guys should bring is a foam mattress topper. I have one and it is a lifesaver because when I first moved into my dorm and that first night I slept in my bed, it felt hard as a rock. And that was because I forgot to get a foam mattress topper, and so I had my mom ship me one, and now my bed feels so soft. So I definitely recommend getting one, and that is in my Amazon store. A mattress cover, so you use the mattress cover to cover over the foam part. Twin XL sheets. So most dorms, I'm not sure if it's all dorms, they have twin XL beds, so that's why I'm saying twin XL. Comforter, you could get a twin XL comforter, but me personally, I chose a full size comforter because I wanted to hang over my bed, but whatever size you want is fine. And next I have throw blankets. This is pretty optional because not everybody uses their throw blankets, but mine is mostly for decoration or if I just don't feel like going in my comforter and I just want to use the throw blanket on my bed. And with throw blankets, throw pillows, this is also optional. I got mine from Marshalls and Burlington, and this one I think is from Target, but you could get yours anywhere. They're just to keep your bed cute. 2 pillows and 2 pillowcases. I think it's best to bring 2 pillows. I feel like one is too little, and like more than 2, I think you could bring 2 minimum. And this one is also optional, but I use it a lot, and that is a pillow seat. I love this so much when I'm sitting up on my bed because sometimes when I'm sitting on my bed without it, my back starts to hurt. This is perfect for support, especially when I'm reading and I don't want to lay up against my pillows. You see, it's very comfy, and I got mine from Burlington. Burlington has them for around $10 to $20. They range from those prices, so I definitely recommend getting one. A bed skirt. This is also optional. It's based on how you want your dorm to look. Some people don't use bed skirts. They're not really necessary. It's just to cover up the stuff under your bed. I like my bed skirt because it makes my bed look pretty, but if you don't want a bed skirt, what you could do is get a full-size blanket, a full-size comforter, and you can use that to cover up underneath your bed if you don't want anything showing. And for specific measurements for a bed skirt, it was kind of hard for me to depict what I needed, but 32 inches is what I have, 32 inches for height, and a twin XL one. Next is a bedside lamp. I love my bedside lamp a lot. I got mine from Amazon, and it's like one of those lamps that you tap to turn on. It's so cute, and it also has different settings, so that one is also in my storefront, but you could get whatever lamp you want. And lastly, for bed, this one is optional, a headboard. I added it to the list because it makes your dorm look more homey. I don't know why, but it does. It makes it look like it's your personalized bed, and it's not necessary to get. There are people who are fine without headboards, but I personally love mine because it just makes the room look a little more cutesy. So I definitely recommend a headboard. I got mine from At Home because on Amazon they didn't really have that many options. So I recommend going at Home or like any other place besides Amazon for that. So this category is closet, and first on the list are hangers. I got, I think, a 30 pack of hangers, and that was more than enough for me. So you could get those off Amazon, really anywhere. A hamper. Some people like to use the backpack hampers, but I recommend the one with wheels because it's easier to move around, especially when I go in the elevator and to go do my laundry. I don't want to have to carry around a bunch of laundry. Next is like a closet hanging organizer thing. I don't really know the name, but a picture will be up on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. But they're very convenient. They give me extra storage. I like to store my socks, my sweaters, like my business pants, whatever. It saves up so much space. Next is an iron. I have an iron steamer thing. It's also on my Amazon storefront, and I love it so much. It's very convenient. It's small and it irons my clothes very well. And also with an iron and ironing board, I have a mini one. I got mine from IKEA, and it's one of those ironing boards that you could hang up in your closet. I love that a lot because it saves up so much space and it's very small. And next is a shoe rack. I love my shoe rack. It saves up so much space in my closet, or you could have it outside your closet too. Drying rack. So I wouldn't say this is optional, but I feel like it will be convenient to have because sometimes, in my case, the dryers will not fully dry my clothes, and depending on your college, sometimes you have to pay to wash and dry your clothes. For me, it's $2 each. And sometimes I don't want to spend an extra $2 to re-dry my clothes. So what I will do is I will hang them up on my drying rack. And these are clothing pieces. So first is a puffer jacket, depending on where you are, whether or not it's cold where you're going to school at. I recommend bringing a puffer jacket. It gets cold down here in DC in the winters, so a puffer jacket is important. A suit. So I'm a business student, and we're required to wear suits twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays as freshmen. But no matter your major, you should still have a suit because you never know what events there are. Pajamas. Obviously, when you need to go to bed, you want to sleep in something comfortable. Some people don't wear pajamas, but I'm just adding pajamas here because I'm someone who wears pajamas. A robe. And next are hoodies. You are going to be very comfortable a lot in college. I know first week of classes, everyone likes to show up and show out, but most of the time you're gonna want to be in loungewear, so I recommend bringing a lot of hoodies. Sweatpants. And then I have going out tops. So when you do come to college, there will be times where you want to go out. Not everybody goes out, but just saying, sometimes there will be a time where you want to go to a party or something. I recommend bringing a few going out tops if you want to look cute and stuff. And on top of that, going out skirts, and then workout clothes, anything that's your school's colors. So my school's colors are red, blue, and white. If you have like any game or somewhere you need to go to and you don't have school merch, I recommend bringing something that's at least your school's colors. And next are slippers. When I'm walking around my dorm, I'm always wearing slippers, especially if I'm going to do laundry or whatever around the building. I'm wearing slippers. At least one pair of shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. And next is at least one pair of heels. You never know what occasion might occur, whether you're going out to a dinner, party, whatever. Just bring at least one pair of heels. Flats too. At least one swimsuit. I haven't been anywhere that required me to wear a swimsuit, but you never know if someone's having a pool party or something. Just bring one just to be prepared. Next are handbags. When you're going out, you want to put your stuff in a handbag. So it's convenient to have. I've brought multiple with me just to have some options. So at least bring one handbag with you. So this next category is for desks. So we're going to start off with vanity mirrors. So mine is a small mirror, but you could get a bigger mirror, whatever size you want, and mine lights up. I recommend getting the light up mirrors, and you could get them off of Amazon, Marshalls, really anywhere. A drawer organizer. So one of those clear things, or they could be whatever color, but they're perfect for storing whatever small items you have, like your pens, pencils, whatever that you think that you're gonna lose. And next is a desk lamp. So these are perfect for when you're studying and stuff. And next is a seat cushion. It really depends on your dorm. This is not necessary. Even for me, it's not necessary because the chairs that came with the dorm already had cushions, but I wanted an extra cushion, so I got one. And this also is optional, a calendar. I love my calendar because I can actually visually see what I got going on. I mean, we have calendars on our phones and stuff, but me, I'm not checking that every day. So when I'm looking at my desk, I could see what's on the calendar and what I have going on. And next are appliances. So first, I have an air fryer. So usually the rules for the dorms are you're not allowed to really have appliances, but my RA, she's not really strict like that. As long as you're hiding it when she does room checks, it should be fine. So I say still bring them with you. Next is a microwave. So I don't know if this is every school, but at Howard, especially for freshmen, dorms don't come with fridges. So you could either bring your own microwave or fridge. You can't bring both. I don't know. The rules are weird when it came to movement. I don't know. But what we did was we rented out micro fridges for the year, and it's like a microwave fridge combined, the microwaves on top of the fridge. So you could do that. Those are very expensive though, so that's why I didn't buy one for myself. And who wants to lug a microwave or fridge with you when you're moving in? Me personally, I'm not doing that, so I rented. There's also a mini fridge that you could bring as well. And next is a tea kettle. I'm a huge tea drinker. I drink tea a lot at home, especially during the night, but some people aren't. But even if you aren't, I still recommend bringing one because people get sick a lot here, and when you're sick, you're bound to drink tea. So I recommend bringing one just in case, because you never know if you're going to get sick or something. And next is an ice cube tray. This is very self-explanatory. Who wants warm drinks? I love my drinks to be cold, and it's very convenient, especially if you don't have an ice maker and you have a freezer. A Brita, I highly recommend this because sometimes you're not going to want to buy water bottles all the time. Usually I will have water bottles, but when I run out of that, I don't feel like spending money on that, and it will save you a lot of money if you have a Brita. Just having a water filter in general, that's very helpful. Paper plates and utensils, I have both. I have both washable dishes and paper dishes, and I personally like the paper ones better because sometimes I don't feel like washing dishes, but I do it anyway, so it's really up to you. And next I have bathroom stuff. And first I have shower shoes, especially if you're staying in communal, it's important to have shower shoes. The shower cap, some people do tend to forget about this, but it's important to have a shower cap. And next is a shower caddy, so those little holder things. I'm not sure, I've never used those because I don't stay in a communal dorm, but I hear the plastic ones are better. I don't know about the net ones. They both have their pros and cons, but I think the plastic ones would be easier to clean, so I would say get that one. But let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm just going based off observation. The shower curtain, this is for people who have suite style dorms. My dorm did not come with a shower curtain. I had to buy that myself. So if your dorm is the same way, please get a shower curtain. I think mine, I forgot the dimensions of mine, but I know the height was 72 inches. And on top of that, a curtain liner for the shower, and also hooks. I recommend bringing at least 2 towels, so that way if one is dirty, you can wash the other. And if you're a lady, extra menstrual products. Those are very important because I find myself always spending money on those. And this is mostly for suite style dorms, so if you're doing communal, don't get this. So an over the shower shelf, I have one. It's very useful. I like to hold some of my products there, my loofah, whatever. Those are very convenient. And next is a toilet paper holder. So my dorm already comes with those wall toilet paper holders that you use for your toilet paper, but I got one separately because I like to store the rest of my toilet papers on top of each other. Plunger and a toilet scrub. Next are cleaning products because it's important to clean your dorm. So first we have disinfectant spray and then disinfectant wipes. Also air freshening spray to keep your room smelling good. And Windex to clean any mirrors you have, and also a toilet bowl cleaner if you have a suite style dorm, and a shower scrub as well, and a Swiffer, especially if your dorm is flooring and not carpet. Mine is both, so when you walk in it's flooring, so I tend to mop that, and also the bathroom. A mini broom and dustpan. It doesn't have to be a mini one, you could get like a standard size one. And next is a vacuum. This is very convenient, especially when I have to clean the rug and stuff. Recommend getting a mini vacuum. Laundry detergent, and lastly paper towels. So this next category is electronics. So first we have extension cords. I highly recommend getting this because there are not that many plugs in a dorm, and we have so much things that we need to plug, whether it's our computer, coffee machine, really anything. So I highly recommend getting at least 2 extension cords so that way you could plug whatever you need to plug in. Next are chargers. I recommend having multiple chargers, so phone charger, computer charger, whatever charger you need. This one is very important, a portable charger. Trust me, you'll definitely need one. I did not have a portable charger until I came to college, and I'm so glad I got one because there will be times when you're out and your phone is not fully charged, so you should definitely get one. The fan or a heater. Y'all, I don't have a heater, but I do have a fan, but you never know what's gonna happen in your dorm because my dorm already has built-in AC and heaters, but there will be a time where it will shut off. So there was times where we had no heat and there was times where we had no AC. So it's best to come prepared. I had to buy a fan while I was out here because we had no AC and our room was literally like 90 degrees. Yeah. So just be prepared. Next is a computer. This is a must-have as a college student. I feel like every college student needs a computer because most of our stuff requires us to have computers. So definitely invest in one. And this one is pretty optional, but an iPad. I personally love my iPad. I think it's very convenient, but not everybody needs an iPad. I know plenty of people that are thriving without iPads, but an iPad is a very helpful tool for me, especially when note taking, because sometimes I don't want to carry notebooks around with me, so I'll just take notes on my iPad. It's really up to you. Headphones or AirPods, those are very important. And next is a blow dryer and also an air purifier because these dorms are dusty. When I tell you they're very dusty, like this dorm will get dusty within a week or two. So I definitely recommend getting one, especially if you tend to get stuffy or any allergies because of dust. So yeah, definitely get one. And lastly, a humidifier. I don't have one, but my roommate has one, and it's very helpful, especially when you're feeling sick. So this next category is school supplies. So first is a backpack or any bag that you prefer. Next is at least 1 notebook. So when I came here with 3 notebooks, and I used all of them, but bring at least 1 because you never know. Also, pens and pencils, highlighters, those are good for note taking, and then a calculator. And lastly, a planner. Planners are really good when you want to organize and list out what you need to do. I mean, you could do that digitally, but sometimes it's best to physically write it down. And this last category is miscellaneous. So this is a very long list, so I'm going to get right into it. So first, we have a rug. This is pretty optional, but if you want your room to look a little cozy, a little cutesy, I recommend bringing a rug. Medicine. Like I said before, people get very sick in college, including me. And having medicine, it's very helpful. So should definitely bring that with you. And next are vitamins, a first aid kit. I definitely recommend bringing one. I don't have one, my roommate does, but there will be times where I accidentally cut myself and I need a band-aid. And for this one, it really depends on your dorming situation because not everybody's dorm is the same, but I would say bring Raid. Me personally, there have never been any pests in this dorm at all. I have yet to see a bug in this dorm, but there are dorms where there are roaches and bugs. So be prepared, y'all. I've said this so many times, be prepared. Just bring it just in case. You never know. A lint roller. There will be times where your clothes will get linty out of the dryer and you need to get that off. Next are clips for bags. So if you have any snack bags that you roll up after you're using and you're not done with it but you want to save it for later, I recommend bringing those little chip bag clips so that way you could keep your snacks together. Next are tote bags. These are very good when you're going out, when you're going shopping, when you're getting groceries. Next are plastic drawers. So dorms, they already come with drawers. I'm not sure if everyone's does, but I know mine does. But I brought plastic drawers because I need more storage. And next are cubbies. Cubbies are really good for extra storage as well. A 3-tier cart. Mine is pretty cheap, but it works well because I don't really touch it so it doesn't break or nothing. Mine is from Temu, but I recommend getting it from somewhere like Amazon because it will be better quality. Next is a trash can. You definitely need a trash can in your dorm. You're obviously going to throw out stuff, so definitely have one. Mine is from Target. You could get whatever, metal one, plastic one. I think a plastic one is better because it's cheaper. You don't need an expensive trash can. This one is very convenient to have. It's an ottoman, and Not every dorm is like this, but in most dorms the beds are so high up, so sometimes I'll either jump in my bed or I'll just like use my ottoman as a stepping stool and get on my bed. So, and they're good for if you have guests and there's not really much seating, so they could sit on the ottomans, and it's also good for extra storage if they have storage inside. Next are pictures and posters. They add a little touch of you to your dorm. It's very important to have some personality and stuff in your dorm. I know that dorm shopping could be very expensive, but you gotta live up to your taste, y'all. You gotta express yourself some way, somehow while you're in college. With pictures, frames, I definitely recommend getting like little miniature picture frames and stuff. And you could also print out your pictures at CVS, Walgreens, whatever, and put your pictures in those frames. I got most of my frames from Marshalls. Marshalls has really cute frames. Molding putty or command hooks. My dorm doesn't really recommend having command hooks because sometimes it could rip off the paint, so I got molding putty instead. And so these pictures were actually in frames, and I would put them up with molding putty, but they kept falling off the walls, so I just took them out the frames and they've been stuck ever since. But this one will fall off too. Lately it's been falling off more with the molding putty, but I don't want to deal with any paint ripping off, so I had to pay a price. So next are storage bins. When I moved in, I had most of my stuff in these huge plastic storage bins. You could get them from Target. They're very nice to have, and they hold so much stuff. Over the door hooks. These are very convenient when you want to hang your jackets. Next is a toolkit. I don't have a toolkit because I don't have anything that needs fixing, but you never know if something breaks in your dorm, because in my case, if you break something, you get fined. Yeah, but just in case. So, and then safety pins. There will be times where your clothes will not fit you. There will be times where you have something, you're borrowing something from someone, and like it does not fit you. So I recommend bringing safety pins. Next is a Tide pen. There will be times where you stain your clothes. Trust me, there will be times. The full body mirror. I have mine over the bathroom door. I love mine so much because it's perfect for checking my outfits, seeing how I look. Next are scissors. There'll definitely be a point where you'll need scissors, so just get them. This one is very important. Bring an umbrella because there will be times where it's pouring raining and you're gonna get soaked. So definitely have an umbrella on you. And next is a water bottle. It could be whatever water bottle you want. I brought two. I brought a Hydro Flask and a Stanley, but you could bring one. Lastly, a card holder. This one isn't really necessary. It really depends on you yourself. You could use your wallet, whatever. But a card holder, especially the ones that attach to your phone, I feel like that's very convenient, especially if you have an ID, like a physical one. Me, I don't have a physical ID. Our IDs are on our phones, so that's why I don't have one. But if I did have a physical ID, I definitely have a card holder. So that is over 100 items that you guys should bring for your dorm. These are just some suggestions. I'm not saying that you need to bring them all, but it's important to be prepared, and it really depends on your living situation for the next year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And again, turn on those post notifications so you won't miss out on another video from me. And also follow my socials. They'll be linked down below. Bye.